Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24 as we're into the month of May and the Oakland Athletics now sit 12-17 on the season, and today we'll have a couple of home series against the Pirates and the Marlins from the NL. Athletics had a pretty solid start to their season but have kind of come down to where a lot of people have expected them to be with their record. On the mound for the A's today will be Hogan Harris. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Sorry my voice is a little raspy. I've been battling a cold all weekend, and I'm still trying to recover for it. But it's not going to stop us from getting these videos out, just like how Brian Hayes is not going to be stopped from getting a double to lead off this game on the very first pitch. So already a runner in scoring position for the Pirates. That brings up Andrew McCutchen, who grounds this one over to Geloff at second, who will throw him out at first. But Hayes moves up to third. So just 90 feet away for Brian Reynolds, who will be up next. And we'll take a look at this Pirates lineup. Obviously, we just saw the former NL MVP back in Pittsburgh, followed by Rowdy Tellez will be in the 4th spot, Eddie Alvarez, Henry Davis, Connor Joe, Nick Gonzalez, and Gleyber Figueroa. Here is Reynolds up next. Chops it over to the left side of the infield. Allen will field it. Runner will score, and there'll be no play at first. Reynolds will beat out the throw. That's not even there. How about Rowdy Tellez, the big hitting lefty, grounds this one over to Noda, who goes to second. Back to Noda at first, and the inning will be over. The Pirates do get one. Lefty Bailey Falter will be on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who the Pirates are actually leading the NL Central. They've had a very good start to their season so far. Zach Geloff will lead off for the A's, hitting .264, one of our better hitters so far this season. He'll take the first pitch he sees and ground it over to third, where Hayes will make it and throw him out at first base. We'll take a look at this A's lineup today. We just need some of these bats to step up. As you can see, we're worse than the American League in runs. We're worse than a lot of hitting categories. Today is going to be Geloff, followed by Noda, Langoliers, Rooker, Browns down to the 5 spot, Ruiz at 6, Andujar at designated hitter, followed by Nick Allen and Abraham at Toro. 1-0 pitch now to Ryan Noda, who perfectly times one deep straightaway center as Olivares can only go back, and this one is off of the green wall back there and gone. Holy Toledo indeed. Noda perfectly times one to straightaway center, 419 feet for his second home run of the season, and Oakland wastes no time getting that one run back. So back up to square one as here's Shea Langoliers up next as he puts this one into center field. Back-to-back hits here for the A's. Next up, Ryan Rooker gets a curveball but just mashes it into the ground. And that'll be a double play for the A's, a lot like what the Pirates did in their top half of the inning. We're going to go all the way to the top of the 5th now, still 1-1 as both pitchers have settled in after their first inning blunders, as Henry Davis will be walked to begin this frame. That'll bring up the designated hitter Connor Joe, who struck out back in the 2nd. He has a 1-2 pitch here and hits this one down the right field line that hits the chalk and stays fair. Got to be careful. Davis has some speed. He's going to round third, be sent home. Notice throw is not in time. That's an RBI double for Connor Joe, and the Pirates retake a lead. Next up is Nick Gonzalez, and he rips one deep left center field. This one is off of the top of the wall. Brown will field it, but it'll be another RBI double, and the Pirates now lead 3-1. How about Figueroa up next? 0-1 pitch to him. Chopper down the first base line. Actually hits the bag. Harris fields it, and somehow Figueroa goes through him. Not sure that's not a tag out, but it's a base hit. Runners on the corner. Still nobody away, by the way. As Hayes chops this one in front of the plate. Langoliers best to make the play at first as momentum takes him away from home plate, and it allows the run to score. So now 4-1 in favor of the Pirates, and that'll do it for our starting pitcher. Scott Alexander will come in relief as 2-2 pitch to him, and he will get this one to pop up to left center field. That'll be the second out of the inning. They will not test the arm of Seth Brown. 0-2 pitch now to Brian Reynolds up next, and there's going to be actually a ball that hits off of the glove of Langoliers, and Reynolds will watch as his teammate takes third base. So a wild pitch for that one. Later in the at-bat, 1-2 pitch. Reynolds chops it down the first base line and fair. Another run here for the Pirates. It's been a 4-run 5th inning as Geloff will get the cutoff throw, but nothing at second base. Another double for the Pirates. Rowdy Tellez up next, 3-2, not done. Slaps it into right field. Rooker's going to come up firing at the plate, but the throw is offline. 6-1 now in favor of the Pirates. What has gotten out of control in this one finally ends, but Harris and Alexander give up 5 runs in the 5th inning. We'll go bottom 5 to see what the A's have to do in order to counteract that, as first batter will be Allen, who will ground out to third base. Abraham Toro up next. First pitch swinging, gets a nice curveball, and he hits it over the glove of the second baseman Gonzalez. So that'll be a nice single for the 9-hole hitter. Back to the top of the lineup. Geloff not wasting any time. Gets a good timing on a fastball, but just skies it to center field, where Olivares will have it for the second out of the inning. Ryan Oda up next, responsible for only RBI today. He slaps this one right back up the middle, keeps the inning alive as we go to the 3-hole hitter. Shea Langoliers, 3-1 pitch, fastball right down the middle, but he just misses it, and that's going to end the 5th inning, still trailing by 5. Trevor Gott will then come in relief for the Oakland Athletics and relieve Scott Alexander. The righties had a very good start to his season, as he inherits a 1-out inning, and he will get the 2nd out. Strikes out Connor Joe. That brings up Nick Gonzalez up next. 1-0 pitch to him. He lofts this one to left, and Trevor Gott, again, does a good job out of the pen. He gets us through the 6th inning. Dauri Moreta will come in out of the pen for the Pirates side of things. So that'll do it for Bailey Falter today, who had a very good showing indeed. He goes into the 7th now. Nick Allen up at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. 1-2 pitch to Allen. He will look at strike 3. They say he went around, and he'll be thrown out at first base. Toro up next, full count pitch. He looks at ball 4, so he gets another on-base opportunity. And again, Geloff with a runner on. Will swing and miss at a slider away. Just not a good swing. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Ryan Oda up next. He will also swing and miss, and the A's go down here in the 7th, still trailing by 5. Zach Jackson will then come in relief in the 8th, making his 9th appearance of the season. He has a full count pitch to Reynolds, and he will walk him. Circle change a little too high. Tellez up next, pitch in the dirt, and actually that'll allow the runner to take second base. Reynolds gets aggressive, and it pays off. So now a runner in scoring position. Later in the at-bat, Tellez will walk. There's one prone heel to Jackson's game. It's his walks. He's very out of control. Fortunately for us, there's a double steal, and it's not going to work as be thrown out at third. But the next pitch, Olivares hits it up the middle, and Tellez, not the fastest of runners, will get in instead, and the Pirates extend their lead 7-1. How about Henry Davis? This ball's to the backstop. A horrible slider by Zach Jackson, and again another free base for the Pirates. Runner now in scoring position again, and Henry Davis slaps it through the right side of the infield. Rooker's going to come up firing, but it's not going to matter. Olivares will score 8-1 now in favor of the Pirates. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now it's 2 as Connor Joe does miss on the circle change. That'll bring up Nick Gonzalez up next. Full count pitch right over to Noda. It's gloved. But the Pirates now lead 7 runs as Jose Hernandez will come in now in the bottom of the 8th inning. The lefty making his 12th appearance of the season. Second-year man of the Dominican Republic. He gets Langoliers to look at the change-up high for strike 3. And that'll bring up Brent Rooker. He is 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch, swinging, gets a fastball right down the middle. Hits it well to left center. But this one's going to be caught at the warning track by Reynolds. I thought that one had a chance to get out. Brown then swings and misses, and the A's go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the 9th. We'll give Mason Miller an opportunity. We haven't seen him so far this season. The A's are being very careful with one of their young pitchers, as he will begin with a single given up. No, it's not going to be a single. Brown misses the ball, rolls all the way to the wall, and Peguero's got some speed. This is going to be a leadoff triple for the Pirates. Peguero on third base, his first triple of the season. For the top of the lineup is Ke'Bryan Hayes up the middle, gets it through, and that'll be another run for Pittsburgh. 9-1. The bullpen falling apart for the A's here today, as McCutchen up next slaps this one down the right field line. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. I have to think Ke'Bryan Hayes is going to score, as the throw is not in time, and the Pirates reach double digits. Another RBI double for Pittsburgh. Brian Reynolds up next, tags one to deep right field. This one will be caught by Rooker, but even the outs come with a price, as McCutchen will tag and move to third base. He's only 90 feet away, and that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. 1-2 pitch. Tellez chops it down the line and fair. Another run here for the Pirates. They now lead by 10, and that's basically the mercy rule. We will not watch any more of this game. The Pirates blow out the Athletics by a final score of 11-1. This one just got out of hand quick. The pitching just fell apart. They couldn't throw strikes. They couldn't get anybody out. There was just doubles after doubles after doubles. I feel like we gave up too many free bases as well, too many wild pitches, too many steals given up, and the Pirates definitely took advantage. They had 11 runs on 14 hits. We had 1 run on 8 hits, so we hit the ball as well. Just the Pirates made the most of their opportunities, and they get the win. Game 2, we win though, 5-4, so a nice bounce-back win here for the A's as Langoliers went 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Game 3 though, we dropped 1-0, only 2 hits as Johan Oviedo pitched 8 great innings of only 2 hit ball. That'll bring us to the second half of this episode where we will host the Miami Marlins, looking to bounce back after losing the series to the Pirates. Both these two teams could use some wins. We're sitting at 13-19 now, while the Marlins sit 13-20. Not a lot has gone the way of Miami. I feel like they're one of the more unlucky teams in baseball. They have a lot of good hitters, but it just doesn't seem like a lot of people, including San Diego Studios, doesn't give them the respect they deserve. The lefty JP Sears will be on the mound, making his 7th appearance of the season. One of the young pitchers we're hoping has a bright future with this squad. John Birdie will be the leadoff man for the Miami Marlins today, and he lays it off with a hit on the very first pitch, just like the Pirates game. Tim Anderson up next, 2-2 pitch to him, as he will get jammed inside, but the slider will be poked into left field, and that'll be back-to-back base runners given up by JP Sears. How about Luis Ariz up next? 0-1 pitch to him. He slaps this one to left field. It was a hit and run. Runners get caught in the middle. Everybody's going to be safe, but Brown goes to second, and a heads-up play here as there's Birdie going home, and he takes it. So a 1-0 lead here for the Marlins. Great base running there by John Birdie. And still nobody out, and JP Sears will walk the next batter. Bases loaded for Brian De La Cruz, and he hits one up the middle, and this one could be trouble. Gets to Ruiz in the outfield, but that'll be 2 more here for the Marlins. 3-0 in favor of Miami, and there's still nobody out. This one could get ugly fast. Jesus Sanchez will then walk. Again, bases loaded. Christian Bethancourt, though, misses on the circle change. There's the big first out. Victor Mesa Jr. up next. The rookie hits this one into the left center gap. Brown will get over, and he will make the play, but it will be a sacrifice fly, and the Marlins now lead 4-0. Nick Fortes up next. 1-0 pitch to him, and he crushes this one to deep left field, but Brown will get underneath it. But the Marlins strike with 4 in the top of the first. They give a 4-0 lead to Trevor Rogers before he's even taken the hill. As Trevor Rogers hasn't necessarily lived up to his potential, but only at 26 years old, still some time for him. Geloff will strike out looking to begin the day, and then Esteuries will strike out swinging. So back-to-back Ks for Trevor Rogers, and then Shea Langoliers will pop this one up, and the A's go down with a weak 1-2-3 inning. I'll go into the top of the second now, back to the top of the lineup as well, and again, Sears walks the batter. It's already his 3rd walk of the day. Tim Anderson up next, first pitch, swinging a hot shot over to Toro. Nice glove by the third baseman. Luis Ariz up next, 0-1 pitch, hits this one into right field, and Rooker will have this one. So Sears, good job settling down here. He's got 2 outs. Jake Berger up next, 3-1 pitch, and this one's in trouble. Right as I say that, I might have jinxed him. This gets down in the gap, and Anderson with some speed. He's going to come all the way home from first. The Marlins tack on to their lead. Another RBI double given up in this episode. 5-0 Fish. Next batter will go down swinging, but the Marlins get 1 more. Top 3, Jesus Sanchez will lead off, and talk about 1 more. Sanchez crushes this lefty to right field, something he struggled with in his career, but not today. A solo shot to begin the 3rd. Sanchez's 4th home run of the season, and that is now a 6-0 lead in favor of the Marlins. Things falling apart quickly again for the Oakland Athletics. How about top 4? Tim Anderson now at the dish, and he will lead off this inning with a single. You have to think JP Sears' leash is pretty short, as that's another base runner given up. He'll stay in the game, though, but a Luis Ariz will make him pay. This one gets down in right center for a base hit, and runners on the corners. Nobody out again for the Marlins. It's Jake Berger, 1-2 pitch. He gets caught looking. Big pitch there by Sears. That'll bring us to Brian De La Cruz. Got a 2 RBI single back in the first. Full count pitch. Slaps this one to left field. That's his 3rd RBI of the day. Marlins now lead at 7-0. This one has officially reached blowout territory. How about Jesus Sanchez up next, who just hit the big solo shot the previous inning. He'll pop this one up a mile behind home plate for Shea Langoliers. That'll bring up Christian Bethencourt, 1-2 pitch. Slaps this one hard into right field, but Rooker will get there. That saves another couple of runs. But the Marlins now leading by 7, as we'll bring in Luis Medina for the 5th inning, as JP Sears will only go 4. And Medina, well, he hasn't had the best start to his season either, 6.93 ERA. First batter he faced in the top of the 5th is Victor Mesa Jr., and the rookie at 22 years old at Cuba will get a leadoff single. Nick Fortes up next. He hits this one to left field. It'll be caught by Seth Brown, the first out of the inning. That's a errant throw. John Birdie up next. Looked at what would have been a ball 4. Instead, hits it into a double play. So nice job by Medina to get through the 5th. How about Bonify? We haven't taken a look at the Oakland offense today since the first. And this will help a little. Rooker crushes this one to left center, and that one is way out of here. A solo shot here for our right fielder, who has been by far and away our best hitter through the first month of the season. That's already his 7th home run of the year. He basically leads the offense in all statistical categories. We'll go bottom 7 now as Stewie Reeves will step into the batter's box as he will begin the inning with a hit into center field as the A's still down by 6. He's on first base, which means, well, he's going to look to take second. Gets a good jump, and Fortes will be late with a throw. As Reeves, that's already his 12th stolen base of the season. He's going to try to take third base as well, and it actually pays off because it's a hit and run. Langoliers will hit this one to center, so Reeves will score with ease. That's an RBI double for Shea as he slides into second. Yeah, basically trading places of our own this time. 7-2 now trailing by 5. Rooker gets a nice pitch to hit. Deep center field. This one's caught for the first out. Langoliers will not tag. I'll take us to the 5-hole hitter. It's Ryan Noda today as he slaps this one up the middle. Base hit. Langoliers around third. And that's the RBI for Noda, who didn't have a good April, but is stepping up so far here in the month of May. It's now a 7-3 game. Not entirely out of it, as then Brown will draw a walk. So 2 on, only 1 out still in the frame. And that'll do it for Trevor Rogers. He will be pulled here in favor of Huascar Brazoban, making already his 20th appearance of the season. He's been the Marlins' go-to reliever in some of these games. He gets Allen to look at strike 3. They actually say he went around. I disagree. I think it was a strike anyway, though. 2 outs now. Toro grounds over to first. That'll end the 7th as the Marlins now host a 4-run lead. Let's go into the 8th. JT Chargois will come in relief here for the Marlins, making his 16th appearance. Has not been as good of an ERA as Brazoban, though. 7.20 as he gets Hernandez, who's been playing DH today, to pop up to begin the frame. Zach Geloff off next. First pitch swinging, skied into center field. Stewie Reeves now to keep the inning alive. He also pops this one up behind home plate. This will be an easy out, and we're going to go to the end of this one where the Marlins hold on to the lead. 7-3. Nothing happens in the 9th inning worth of note. And we drop another game here at home in this homestand. Not something you want to see, especially against a team that is also struggling as we fall with another loss. 7 runs, 10 hits for the Marlins, 3 runs on 4 hits for the A's. Again, just struggling to get the ball in play consistently. Rogers gets the win. Sears gets the loss. They're both now 2-4 on season. Well, for the game, we'll go to Trevor Rogers in 6 of the 3rd innings, where he struck out 10 total batters. Game 2 doesn't get any better. We lose 7-4, so I guess actually it did get better technically by a run, but we lose this one as well, as Chisholm went 4 for 6 on the day with a triple and a double. Game 3, we lose 10-4, so this time it definitely got worse. And we get swept at home by the Miami Marlins. Not a good look here for the A's. Drops them now to 13-22 on the season. The next episode, we'll see the Rangers again for 4, followed by going to Seattle to face the other bottom dweller in the AL West, as the A's have kind of fallen to expectations now. Good start to the year, but now we're 13-22. We need to start winning some games, otherwise we are going to quickly fall into misery. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed, if you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Sorry about my voice a little bit again. I'm struggling to hold back these coughs, but we're going to keep the content rolling. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.